Hey everyone, this is Mary with Seer, and this is your daily tarot. This is for July 24th, 2019, for all signs. And we're just going to start here we're just going to use tarot right now. We might use some oracle cards afterwards, but we'll see what happens. I just like to switch it up a little bit, and I think a lot of people like that too, but not always. So, okay. We have the moon reversed. We have the hermit reversed. We have the Five of Pentacles. This is interesting because there seem to be themes. You probably noticed that. There's common themes with our collective. All right. We have the Page of Wands reversed. And we have the Hangman. All right, so the moon reverse. Let me just bring this down a little bit. Instead of moving all the cards, I'll just bring this sheet down. Okay, so the moon reverse speaks of, it's an indicator that there is information that's hidden, or experiences that are hidden that are not being resolved. So basically, it's kind of like this is where you're going to get, where we get repeating patterns and ways that we exhibit or use certain behavior to avoid dealing with pain or trauma. Okay, so maybe we get in the same kind of relationships, we play them out the same way, and then we, this is just an example, and then we act like we're the victim. I don't know why it doesn't work out when we actually, to anybody else, it's clear that we sabotage ourselves. So that kind of thing. But we can't see it because we can't see beyond the pain and the avoidance of looking at the trauma. All right, so, and this could be about you, it could be about somebody that you're dealing with, and it could resonate all or in part. Okay, so the next card we have is the Hermit reverse. So when the Hermit's upright, it speaks of going within, looking at the experiences, kind of integrating what you need to, and then having that help lead you to your next place. Like, okay, I see what's going on, this is the information, and from here, I need to go that way. See the light right here? And she's got some spiritual guidance with the raven there. So she can kind of take, okay, this may need that I need to do this, that kind of thing. Going within and finding some answers, right? And it's a place of, when it's this way of looking, spending time alone is what I'm trying to say. As a hermit, of course. Now, when it's reversed, it speaks of not being able to look within, avoiding the whole introspection, actually, and continuing to blame your situation on others. So here's where you're avoiding it, and then here's where you're blaming everybody else for it because you don't want to look at your part in it. Okay. And then here's the Five of Pentacles. So this is where you feel shut out of relationships, families, and maybe you're having to move all the time because your girlfriend or boyfriend throws you out all the time because you're replaying the same scene over and over, the same movie over and over, same story. And maybe included financial loss. Okay? So this is just creating the drama that you're experiencing in your life. Because we are creators, picking the same type of people, picking the same situations, and actually the more we deny it, the more we're ingrained in it. So just kind of an observation from me, whether you agree with it or not, that's up to you. Okay, So now we have the Page of Wands. Okay, reverse. So sorry, my allergies are kind of crazy today. So, Page of Wands reversed is so you're unable to go forward, or somebody's unable to go forward with new inspiration. It's the same old thing getting replayed over and over. The same road, the same words, the same type of people, the same depressing kind of, it's kind of like there's no new inspiration, no new information, no new path. Okay? Whew, that was kind of heavy. Okay, so I'm so happy to see this card. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. This is the Hangman. So this guy's upside down, and so this guy's been put in a timeout. Sometimes we put ourselves in a timeout going, okay, whoa, my doggy's here, because I need to see what the heck's going on. I need to stop this crazy cycle. Or what am I not seeing? Or I need to choose different people. All of that is the opportunity to actually, what the universe and God, your guides have been telling you, stop and look at what's around you and your choices. The Hangman helps us not only to look at all the information, but it helps us to get to a new perspective. It's quite a nice piece of growth that we go through. So now here's exactly what this is telling me. You can see what you think. We're replaying the same thing over and over. We're convincing ourselves that we're the victim. We're not taking responsibility for it's us that's making the choices. If all this people are the same, and the common theme is it's our life, and the situation ends up the same, then it's got to be our choice. It has to be, because we did have the choice to go out with that person, to call them back, to go out drinking, or to go out whatever the behavior was, to get mad like we always do, whatever it is. Anyway, the Hangman is when you come to the point and you go, okay, maybe I don't have good choices. Maybe I'm not making good choices. Bing, bing, bing. That's one of your red flags. These are basically red flags going, hey, hey, hey. We've all done it. That's why I can see it so well. All right. So, good for you. You have an opportunity to look at things in a different way. What now? What now? Right? Okay. Well, I would think there's a new path that needs to be brought. But let's talk about what the Hangman has brought you. Okay? All right. 4 of Cups. So, this is great. Now, 4 of Cups tells you, so this is like choices, and the cups are loves and emotions. It's loves. So, this is it's going to get better. That maybe you were looking at the wrong cup. You were looking at the wrong things. And that's a little bit obvious there, right? So, but it's good to know that you're getting that confirmation, right? Okay, it will get better. Because you weren't seeing the actual good opportunities in front of you. Okay, but now you know, because you're coming from a different perspective. Okay, and the Empress. So, the Empress it's a female energy. And she incorporates all the queens in one person, or one energy. And she is abundant. She knows her worth. In fact, things come to her. She's been through a lot of stuff, but she is regal, and she's, powerful. That's like taking all your experiences and integrating them to create, like, okay, I've been down that road, I'm not going to make that mistake. It's taking your lessons and putting them into power, and not power in like a forceful way, but power in, I can make anything happen, and I can bring this to me, instead of chasing after things that don't work and then getting upset and blaming someone else for that. That makes sense? Okay. So, she's a creator. She can be a mother. She can be somebody that takes care of many people. Because she is counterpart to the Emperor. She is the creative spark, and he is the physical doing. Okay? All right, so let's find out. Let's find out about this trauma or this avoidance, okay? So this is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So this tells me, and I'm not sure if you're a female, or most of the people looking at this are females, but this is, there are a lot of female energy here. So, and it could be masculine or feminine, but this is a female energy that's coming forward. Nine of Pentacles reversed is a female that's single. And when it's upright, she has made her own way, and she's maybe she has her own business, she has her own house, but definitely she takes care of herself financially, and she is like presents well. I mean, she's got it going on. Okay, so reversed. Somebody here is not being accountable, not taking care of their selves financially. We're talking about somebody that's probably dependent, somebody that's not good with money, and somebody that's not willing to be kind of responsible financially, okay? For whatever reason, okay? And so let's just do another one there. So this is the Eight of Cups reversed. So the Eight of Cups reversed is wanting to go back to a situation. Maybe somebody walked away from you, or you walked away from someone, and because of that, you keep wanting to go back to it. You keep wanting to fix that, and maybe you're unable to. And so, or maybe to go back to the person you were before. And you just, let me get one more card there. Emperor. All right, maybe to go back to a person, or maybe you want to go back to the way you were before. Maybe you were strong before something happened. Because the Emperor is a counterpart to the Empress. You see that? So we could be talking about a male Emperor that feels, demasculated. And that's what you're coming up with as this. That's why there's a lot of feminine energy here. So. Or you had a masculine and you are a feminine energy, and this is the person you feel put you through this. But what we're asking you to do, or the universe or God or your guides, is how can this experience serve you instead of punish you? How can we get you to the point, or us to the point of empowerment? So where this is what I learned, this is what I saw, and if I ever see that again, I know what that means. You know what I mean? So, okay. Let's just talk about the lack of inspiration here. Judgment. I'm going to do another one. Chariot. All right, this is the Four of Swords, and that is reverse. Okay, so let's start with that. So this is the lack of inspiration and kind of direction, movement. Kind of feel stuck, right? Okay, this Four of Swords reverse it's a self-imposed separation or rehabilitation, okay? So maybe you were forced to leave. Maybe you forced them to leave because of whatever happened. Or you had to leave to protect yourself because we're having an avoidance here or something. So, now that you're looking at things differently, when you realize that you had options, it puts you to the place of being more powerful. And it's steps, increments, like you didn't get powerless all at once. And so you will build your power. You'll come back to yourself a little bit at a time too, until you're like, I'm here, I'm back. Okay. So this is part of judgment. Judgment, you think, is kind of like Law and Order when there's 25 to life for doing this, for breaking my heart. But no, that's not what it means. That means that you understand why this happened, and you have taken these lessons, incorporated them, and then you can say, okay, this will never happen to me again because I know what all this meant. I know that this happened because I was avoiding X, Y, and Z, okay? I was avoiding that part of myself that I didn't want to look at. I was avoiding what happened in my past, and it was controlling me. And that's what happens when we avoid our feelings or the information that's coming in that's really important. So now, the Chariot says that you can get the balance by embracing your lessons and know that you're safe. Know that you can, how special you are, how this is making you see your worth, okay? Now you can change directions. But all of this was necessary because sometimes if there wasn't really hard consequences, we wouldn't make those permanent changes. And that's just the way it is. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get an oracle card. This is angels and ancestors, just to help you with the rest of your day here, okay? Or this can be a day, it could be as something that happens today or next week. It could be any time period, really, once you look at this reading. It could be a month from now. All of these kind of serve as guidelines and warnings of maybe what's going to be happening. Wise one. Very nice. Go within your current situation. Grow within your current situation. Sorry about that. So, it's exactly what the whole thing is asking us to do, is to grow within this situation. So, wow, I love the way these unfold sometimes. But remember that people come in our lives sometimes, and we make the decisions we make because we have to learn a lesson that has not been kind of incorporated into our life to make the necessary changes. So when we don't take it lightly, sometimes they come in hard and they come in fast until we decide we want a better life. Okay, guys? My thoughts are with you. Bye-bye.